Good morning. We are working on lesson 2.5 today. On 105 is the page of 105. And our question today is, how can you use a counting strategy to compare sets of objects? And compare by counting sets of 5 is our topic today. I started recording this video and it cut out on me again. So you're going to see some writing on the page, but I covered up the numbers, so I'm not giving it away. Okay, so we're going to start by counting the cows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our rhyme for when we draw 5 is short neck, belly fat. Mr. 5 wears a hat, and a 5 looks like this. And our chickens down here, we have 1, 2, 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. One way that we know how to compare sets is by drawing your lines to your partners. I had done that already. I matched those up and saw that there were more here. So we know that this number's greater and this number's less, because there's less chickens and there's a greater number of cows. We're going to flip to the next page. I'm going to put my counters over my numbers again quick so you can't see those quite yet. Alright, for this page we're going to count how many objects are in each set. Like this is a set of sheep, this is a set of turtles, a set of chicks. They're separated there. And we're going to compare the numbers. Once we've written the numbers on the line, we're going to circle the number that is greater. So, if we had a lot of items in a set, so like let's say I had a pile of counters here, and then just one there, we'd be able to just kind of see that there's a greater number there. But sometimes when they're very similar, you might need to count them first. So that's what we're going to do together. Oopsies. Alright, so we have, let's count the sheep first. 1, 2. Make a candy cane and give it a shoe. And then our turtles, we have 1, 2, 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. But we have to figure out which number is greater. So when we count like if we start with 0, we say 0, 1, 2, 3. So the number that comes later as you count is more, because it keeps getting bigger and bigger. So we know that if I have this sheep has a partner with this one, and that this sheep is a partner with this turtle, this one also has an extra one. So that's another way we can show that this one is greater. Let's move on to the next one. We have 1, 2, 3 chicks, and we have 1 turkey. If my turkey was really, really big and I had a bigger turkey over here, just because he's bigger doesn't mean there's more, right? There's still just 1 turkey and there's 1, 2, 3 chicks. So our 3 is bigger because there's more of them. So we're going to circle our 3. And down here we have some goats. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short neck, belly fat. Mr. 5 wears a hat. And 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs. Down and over, down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Another way you can compare is by drawing a little circle on it. So here's a dog, and there's a matching partner for that one. I'm going to match this dog up to this guy. This dog here is for this goat. This dog is with this goat. And I don't have any more dogs to match up with this goat. So this one is the greater number. One thing to make sure if you use this way is a little bit more trickier. You got to make sure that you go back and forth and you're not just, when you get into higher numbers, this is a trickier way to do it. So on this next page, we're going to be doing the opposite. We're going to be working on finding the sets that have less in them. So up here, how many horses do we have? We have 1. So you're going to do a 1 on that line. And then how many ducks do we have? 1, 2. And if this horse was with that duck, this duck doesn't have a partner, right? So we know that this is greater, but it wants us to circle the number that is less. So we have less over here and more on that side. So the horse, we have a fewer number, or a number that is less than 2. Let's count our cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, or short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. And our owls, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down and over, down once more. And we want to know what's less. We're going to use our counting strategy here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one came first, so it must have less. And then with our, these are deer. 1, 2, 3 deer around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mice. Let's use our counter strategy for this. So put 1 counter over there and 1 on this mouse. I'm going to put a red one for this deer and a red one to match this mouse. Gotta be careful with that because these mice are so little. A yellow one and a yellow one, and then we don't have any more deer. So we don't have enough deer to match up with partners over there. So we know that this number is less. Good, good, good. And you're going to flip it to the next page. For this one up top, it says Tony has stuffed toy frogs. His friend has stuffed toy turkeys. Count how many objects in each set. Write the number and then compare to tell a friend about what you know about these sets. So compare the numbers and then tell a friend. So right here we have 1, 2, 3 frogs and 1, 2, 3 turkeys. So I can see right here that this one has a partner, this one has a partner, and this one has a partner. If you knew that without even drawing your lines to compare, awesome. Your brain knew 3 and 3 are the same number, right? One is not bigger than the other because they are the same. Now down here, draw to show what you know about counting to compare 2 sets of objects. So I am going to show you back like what we did on the other page. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so my 5 is down here and my 3 is down there. So when I count, if I'm just counting without even looking at this, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which one of these comes first? If I'm counting from smallest to biggest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this one's smaller, so this one must be less. And that's one way to compare. I know that this number is bigger, or this one has a greater number of counters in it. And that's another way to count. We've done that page, so we're going to flip to the page 109. This is your practice homework. You're going to count the objects and tell how many are in each set. You're going to compare them and circle the number that is greater. So for number 1, you're going to write them on the line, but you're also going to circle which one is greater. You're going to do the same thing for number 2 down here, but in number 3, compare how many objects are in each set, write it on the line, and then for number 3, you're going to circle the number that is less. On the back side here is lesson check and the review. Count how many objects are in each set, write the number, compare the numbers, and circle the number that is less. So which group has less? You're going to circle it. count and tell how many cats. Write the number on the line and trace and then write the number. Find the missing number. Remember to send me a picture of this page when you're done, 109 and 110, but I only need a picture of the back side.